Hello, welcome. If you've been following the progress of the Ebenezer Kickstarter, you will realise that these videos are slightly delayed. The actual campaign closed just over a fortnight ago, where I successfully raised the funding for that campaign to put into the album. So that's led to a couple of extra tracks on the album and some general enhancements, as well as the ability for us to be able to produce those as CDs for people as part of the rewards levels. But I did commit to recording a song story and a video of a demo song for each 10% that we hit as soon as we got past 50%. And this is the one that comes with us reaching 80% in the campaign. And 80% was reached by a pledge from Heidi, who's part of the songwriting group that I am part of. In fact, I think we'd just been on a retreat together at Wydale with the rest of the, a number of the 12 song challenges, which I might have mentioned the Kickstarter more than once there. So thank you to all the people who are part of that community who have pledged to support the album. But it was Heidi's pledge that got the campaign past the 80% mark. And when I shared the songs with her, the one that she picked for a demo recording was a song called Alpha and Omega. Now, Alpha and Omega was a song that was written as part of the God Song Challenge, I think it was called. And the challenge we were setting that month is to write a song that did not say I or me at all through it. I think we were kind of recognizing that so often our worship songs can sound like they're God-focused, but when you strip it back, it actually sounds very me-focused and I-focused. And so our challenge and our discipline of that month was to write a song that was all about God. Now, I landed on an approach that had been talked about in one of the previous podcasts around how you can rhyme a word with the same ending, and so suddenly you can have any kind of word before it. So I think the example that was given, the song ends the lines with a lot of words that end in ing, and so you can sound really creative because the word that goes before it is what people remember, but ultimately you're just rhyming ing with ing. And so I set about with my own thinking and roping in some friends just to try and think of as many different creative phrases to think about God, think about some of the things that he's done, think about some of the attributes that he has, and try and write them in a slightly fresh and in a slightly different way. And I ended up with loads and loads and loads and loads. And so then I sent a shortlist round to a number of other friends and asked them to tell me which of those phrases they liked, which of those they hated, which of those they were a little bit neutral about. And then, because I'm a data geek, I crunched all the data into a spreadsheet and looked at the ones that were coming out as connecting with people the most, and then printed these off and literally rearranged them on a table into what became the verses to try and see if there was any kind of flow or any connection between those different concepts and descriptions of God. So hopefully it says nothing new, because we kind of we have tried to describe God for many, many, many centuries, but it hopefully says it in a way that is slightly different to how we've maybe heard it before, slightly fresher in terms of some of the ways in which we're describing him. So I'm not expecting this song is going to kind of suddenly hit you with a new truth about God, but hopefully it might make you think about some of those truths that we're very familiar with in a slightly different way. So it's called Alpha and Omega.
Alpha and Omega, universe creator, constellation painter, you are. Land and sea divider, breath of life provider, nature's choirmaster, you are. Deserve all the worship. You deserve it all. Broken life restorer, tired faith renewer, fierce and strong defender, sin and conscience cleanser, Holy Spirit sender, you are. Miracle displayer, every bondage breaker, death's great overturner, you are. You deserve all the worship. You deserve it all. You deserve all the worship. You deserve it all.
So that is Alpha and Omega. That is a very acoustic version. It sounds very different on the version that Matt is working up. It's up a semitone, which I didn't think my voice was up to today. And it's also got so much more arrangement around it. So looking forward to sharing that song with you on the album. But that is the 80% song. Thank you so much, Heidi, for your pledge to the campaign. And thank you for choosing that song for me to share as part of the campaign. That's me done for now until I record the 90% song. See you soon.